Have either of you ran since the race?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. I tried going on a run yesterday, and I was like behind my knees and my ankles were like screaming at me. So I'm like, all right, I'll go for a walk and then I'll hit the elliptical. So I hit the
you
elliptical.
did 10 miles on elliptical.
Yeah, I did a bunch on the elliptical, which is nice because it's no impact. But tomorrow, I'm due.
You're itching already.
Yeah, I'm itching. What'd you do the next day? Fucking 40 miles? You fucking genetic freak over here.
I went on a walk
me,
with Meg. My foot is,
right.
dude, the blister on my foot is the only thing like bothering
Yeah.
me. My legs felt great the
Can we
next
say
day.
it? Can you show the camera?
Yeah, right?
I could. I got to take the
Hell
moleskin
yeah.
off. It's bad.
You won't.
Come on.
Oh, I'll take it off. I don't care.
Yeah, I showed my feet on camera one time. I did.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I have hideous
It
feet.
kept splitting open during that day.
It's
Like,
healing.
always- yeah, but these were like where it was
Oh,
split
yeah, It's
open.
looking nice.
Right here.
I'm waiting for it to
Yeah, go show the camera, dog.
Give it.
Yeah.
lift my foot up.
Look at that camera.
I feel
Check
like
that bad boy
dancing.
out.
That's
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Other than that,
That's-
my legs feel good.
Other than that, there's nothing, no injuries. Good.
No.
How about you? You're saying it like you're jealous.
Oh no. I'm good. It was just soreness, really,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than anything. Like that night, I was like I got home and she's like, "Do you want to sit on the couch?" I'm like, "Babe, if I sit on the couch, I'm sleeping on this couch. Like, I can't, waking up in the middle of the night to take a piss. I'm like steadying myself by the bed. I'm like, dude, just trying to steady myself. But the next day, after I moved around a little bit, I was like, oh, okay, it's just gonna be a couple days, and then I'll be good to go. Today, I feel pretty much normal.
Same.
So
You know, I went to the gym this week because I was motivated by the run.
yeah, nice.
It got me
dude.
back into the gym finally for
That
the
is
first time in about
awesome.
6 months. Yeah.
Love it.
Beautiful
dude.
thing.
My chest is killing me.
You hit that incline bench press.
No,
No?
you know what I did? I did the first day I did 1 mile on a rower,
Nice.
and then I did 2 like bullshit chest exercises like on the machines.
Mhm.
Then I hit the sauna.
Love it.
I'm just there for the sauna.
The sauna's badass.
Sauna's
I love that thing.
Yeah.
Sauna's
Yeah, it is
fantastic.
nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I miss it. I
Yeah.
miss it.
All right. So for anyone who doesn't know, Mike came up with this. Yeah, we've been rolling, by the way.
Yeah.
In case you guys
Get in there.
yeah.
Love it.
Mike came up with this run, 50.1 miles, 1 mile short of the double.
300 miles.
Yeah, 1 mile short of the double marathon, but came up with this run from Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City to the Light Tower in Cape May. The run was for Tunnels to Tower.
Yep.
It's which is a charity that supports families of the victims of 9/11 and first responders. Awesome cause, awesome thing. Mike meticulously put together a massive 27-page itinerary with down to the last detail. Organized sponsorships. Organized a training. I don't know how many months was the training.
The training that I had for myself was 17 weeks.
17-week training.
And on top of it, I was running way before that, 10 plus miles,
Yeah.
days and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I kind of decided to try to actual regiment. So I went with that one.
Yeah, documented the whole thing. And then Cameron caught wind of it, hit up
Yeah.
Mike, was like, yo, I'm in. And Sean was like, I'm going to do half. I ended up doing the whole thing. You guys are soldiers. That was awesome. Yeah, I was on the pit crew,
Hell yeah.
which was
Hell
awesome.
yeah, dude. You are
Much needed.
savior. Our
Oh, yeah.
savior, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I had that shit down to a science.
Did.
Yeah. So we wake up 3:40 in the morning. No, I actually woke up like 3:30.
Yeah, I was up at 2:30 personally. I just could not sleep. I had the one for 3 and man, my brain was rolling. I'm sure you guys were the same.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
I took a melatonin and I couldn't sleep.
Same.
I got 3 hours of sleep and then I was just up.
Yep.
Just, yeah.
I took half a bottle of Z-Quil and a melatonin. It
Oh
did
my
not
God.
work. It did not work.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
Were you worried that you were not going to be able to wake up?
Not really, because so Sean and I done a few runs before up in Mount Vernon and Killington, Vermont, and I did that same kind of technique just to kind of calm the nerves a little bit. And I'd get like 3 hours of sleep and whatnot, but other than that, it just doesn't. Your adrenaline's so pumped.
Mhm.
Plus, all the work getting up to this point was so intense, and like your brain is rolling with everything, and making sure the crew was set up, like you guys were gonna be okay. Sean not having a Camelback or nothing, so I had to make sure he had a hand bottle of water to run 51 miles. But it was good, keeping him in line as well.
I appreciate the bottle.
He
The
was
hand
commando.
bottle.
Yeah. No, that was so we get to boardwalk. We get to the Atlantic City boardwalk at 5 a.m. Where you at? Go ahead, start here. We got.
Yeah, for me, it was just the nerves were shot. I know we kind of walked the three of us away to go to the end. Brief little thing. The reason I picked Boardwalk Hall was most of us wrestled, and everybody there pretty much left with a broken dream. You go in thinking you're going to win states, think you're going to do something good, but majority, there's only a handful of you that win it. So, it was kind of like a little symbolism to that, kind of reflect back on that. So I wanted to leave there on a good thought. So I figured that'd be a cool spot. And then, 5 a.m. rolled around, and then, we went together. We said a little prayer, three of us together. And then, we just came out of the gates, I think.
Cameron, what prayers did you hit us with to start the day off? I know you have some written on your hat.
I actually wore the hat for that reason. So on there is John 3:16. There's Isaiah 6:8, Psalms 144:1, and then Isaiah 41:10. The one that we started the day with, which was Isaiah 6:8. Then I hear the voice of the Lord saying, "Who shall I send? And who will go for us?" And I said, "Here I am, send me." Start us off. We chose to do this. That's how I was looking at it. Nerves that morning were, it's a little scary. It's a daunting task we all signed up for. We knew it was going to be a lot. I think we were all kind of in the same boat. We'd only ever done like around 30 miles.
Yeah.
I think he was 34, 33, and I never did more than 32. So knowing that there's almost 20 miles of unknown territory, I know that part was weighing in our heads. But I know for me personally, once we said a prayer in the morning and started running, by mile 10, I knew that at that point it was just a matter of time. There was no doubt in my mind that we were all going to finish it. Like seeing how everybody was running, no one had any aches or pains. By that point, I was like, this is none of us are going to let each other fail. Like at one point, even if two of us are at the verge of quitting, I know there's going to be at least one of us who's going to say to push through. And if that continues, like there's no way we're going to fail. That was my thought process with it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we talked about the whole first 10 miles of that run, because that was when we were alone, really, for the most part. We didn't have any crew. We didn't have anything set up. So it was just really us three alone in that moment. And for me, it was when we crossed over into that first bridge. So that was about 5 miles in, going into Ocean City, when it was the sun coming up and you just see this beautiful sunrise. And it was like, boys, we're about to get after today.
Yeah.
Just like a really memorable moment out of that whole run. That was one that stood out to me with these guys.
Yeah, dude. It was really cool. It was awesome being on AC Boardwalk, like dark, but not like late night. It was like early morning. I mean, I guess technically we've been on there early morning.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But yeah, it was so cool running down the AC Boardwalk through Ventnor, through Margate, running through Margate, like the town of Margate, with it still being dark, like going past Lucy the Elephant, library, all that stuff. It was cool. Like I love morning runs anyway. Like we've been crushing the morning runs together. It's always cool to kind of get up and get after it, like before everyone else does. So yeah, it was a cool way. The sunsets were next level. They were really cool, kind of.
And we only had one crackhead.
Yeah.
Only one. Out of all that, only one crackhead asking for help with his wet
There was
cheeks.
one right at the start.
Was there?
Yeah, he was crushing beers, dude.
Was he?
Oh,
Good for
yeah.
him. I'm jealous.
There was one guy doing he was doing push-ups
Oh yeah, I forgot about
on
that.
the bench. I was like, look at this guy getting after it. What a healthy gentleman. Crackhead though. Total crackhead.
Yeah.
So you guys mentioned the sunrise, man. That was like, so we were just waiting in, where was that first stop? Let me see here. Yeah, we were we were waiting. Oh, that was Ocean City. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
921 Park Place, Ocean City. And we were sitting on the boardwalk. We went out to them, like them rocks. What are they called?
Oh, the jetty?
Yeah, the jetty. We were walking them. Sunrise, I mean, pink as sky, maybe you never want to see. There's people swimming, just straight swimming.
Damn.
Long ways in the ocean, just going maybe to Cape May. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, probably.
You guys come up, right? It's mile 10, like you said. You were like, yeah, we're doing this 100%. And when you guys got there at mile 10, you barely breathing, barely sweating, cracking jokes, no problem. I'm like, dude, these guys are crushing this right now. But you want to feel like the biggest piece of shit in the world? Sit there and like crack water bottles open for 3 guys running 51 miles. You're looking at people swimming just to, I don't even know where. Europe, I'm not sure. And man, dude, I was like, man, this is, I mean, it was cool. It was a really cool thing. Your girlfriend, right off the jump, I mean, she was like in like EMT mode. It looked like she was like sitting Indian style, moleskin. We were like, I mean, it was real. That first stop, that was awesome. But I was like, man, dude, I felt like I could run 40 miles with you guys after that because you felt like you guys were, you just looked so, you were fine.
We're jiving, dude. I kind of knew that the first half was going to go super smooth. Like we blasted it. We were ahead of schedule for the first like marathons.
Oh yeah.
And then, it was going to get hard after that, which it did. But yeah, that first 10 miles went by so easy.
I think
and then
you said you could have ran with the flu.
Yeah. I mean, 10 miles is like a daily runner. So I knew like, all right, if I'm 10 miles out from finishing this race, like something wild's going to have to fucking happen for me not to finish this race. So yeah. And I did feel like I had the flu with the last 10 miles. It was tiring, but, yeah, man, the first 10 were easy. We stopped. It was like the first time we saw how like on it you guys were going to be. Like I was, damn, this is nice. And hire you guys for all my runs. They just
yeah, right.
Yeah,
it was on it.
Amazing. Yeah, it was amazing.
It felt like no time had gone by. Like from the start, like every checkpoint, it was like so fast for me. I don't know what it felt like for you guys, but it felt really fast for me.
It felt fast in the beginning. Towards the end. Towards the end, it didn't feel fast. I know I wasn't fast towards the end, but yeah, I mean, but that's to be expected. You're tired of shit towards the end, but yeah, I mean, it was sweet. I mean, like you said, meticulously planned out. Mike had it lined up to the T. It was fun. Like the whole thing was fun, but especially in the
Mike even put like side notes in the itinerary. Not a big bridge. Not worried about it.
Yeah,
I wasn't too concerned.
Mike, be honest with me. You got to be honest with the great Americans that are listening on this podcast right now. That was a ChatGPT presentation, wasn't it?
0% ChatGPT,
no
baby.
way.
You put all these pictures together?
Yeah, I did that all myself. That was a combo from Strava, Google Maps. I just kind of zoomed in and then I would kind of trace it around. I did no chat with that bad boy.
It's impressive. You're not sold on it?
No, I believe him.
That's pretty good. You formatted it very well. I'm impressed.
No, thank you. I just kind of...
Yeah, it's a good format.
Because I knew
some would say almost too well.
Almost too well.
Almost
like artificially well.
But yeah, just, a lot of moving parts. We had 4 vehicles traveling from Atlantic City to Cape May that have never done it. I've never done it. So I was trying my best to really make sure you guys were going to be safe. The crew was going to be safe. Make sure we all were in synchronization for 10 plus hours going down this boardwalk. I wanted to just be as flawless as possible, but for something like that, you can't control the elements. You can't control people. So I just wanted to make it as close as possible to being perfect. And I mean, it seemed like it. It seemed like it flew perfect. Very well. We had one flat tire on a bike, and that was the biggest issue of the day, which is incredible.
And sand fleas.
Oh, those fleas were awful.
Where was that at?
Mile 20.
That was right before the bridge. No, that was the big long stop. Oh yeah, it was. It was there too.
Yep.
There was 2.
Mile 20 in that gravel lot. Because I remember when we came off, dude, it was like everybody was like, "Oh, the sand fleas are bad." And we hadn't gotten hit with them yet. And then I went to your truck out of the white cooler to grab a Gatorade, and dude, I walked into a swarm of them.
Destroyed.
Yeah, that was.
I forgot about that.
They're called sand flies. I heard someone call them no-see-ums. Are they the same thing?
No-see-ums.
No-see, dude. Those things are fucking brutal.
I thought someone I used to work with used to call them dog dick. Because those are the ones you see on dogs.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah.
Fucking rough. I ate like 17 of those things when I was trying to wolf down a peanut butter and jelly. I
was hammering them things.
Yeah, dude.
Those are great, dude.
No, the peanut butter and jelly Smuckers. I thought you were saying the sand flies.
No, I was crushing your Smuckers.
Dude, crush them, bro.
Yeah, they were good.
Crush them. I had one towards the end. It was like, it felt like.
And Cam made breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
They were delicious. Sneaky good.
You enjoyed them.
Yeah, very, very good.
He did all the cooking, man. He did quesadillas. He did the breakfast sandwiches, and then you also did the potatoes, right?
Yeah,
dude. Your crew was just amazing. They were so on it. Like every time we stopped, I was getting handed a quesadilla from your brother, from your girl, and yeah, it was awesome. Those little waffle things, honey stingers.
Yeah, the honey stinger mini waffles.
Amazing, dude.
Yeah,
so good.
The gin gummies are awesome.
Yeah, they would save my gut.
First introduction to gin gummies.
Yeah, they were pretty strong with that.
I just like them.
You weren't lying when you said the taste was going to be strong, though, man.
Oh,
I gutted the whole thing, and I was trying to chew it, and I was like, mile 30, I'm struggling, man.
All right, so at what point, like, you got bridges the whole way, basically. At what point were these bridges start, like getting you?
For me or for these two animals?
Everyone. I want to know, like, right off the jump, where you, like, was it a pain in the ass right off the jump?
I mean, we crushed the first, like, 5 bridges. There was 8 total.
8 or 9, yeah.
I think it was 10.
Was it 10?
They were little, though. Mike wasn't concerned.
We walked.
Parentheses, that one.
I don't know. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. We walked, like, 3 of them.
I think so, yeah.
3 or
about 3
4.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
the
mainly
incline
because,
or the whole thing?
The incline.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because I was like, there's no fucking point in running this bridge. Like, let's walk this bridge. Like, we're already ahead of schedule.
Yeah, let our momentum carry us down. That was kind of,
Mhm.
a lot of people do that when these ultra running, they take a lot slower on the incline and then they'll take a faster approach on the down. Just because you're letting your momentum carry, you can have a better posture. You're not fighting your, quads, hamstrings, all that stuff. So, but no, I thought personally, the elevation wasn't terrible at all.
Mhm.
We've all ran a mountain before, and that was pretty easy compared to those. But once you got on tired legs, yeah, I think walking was a good strategy because we probably could have hammered through, but it could have hurt us in the long run.
So, okay. So you guys, everything's going good. Then you hit mile 20. Mile 20 is when it starts to get a little something, like you're starting to feel it a little bit, right? You're tightening up a little bit, your legs, your feet are hurting, right, or something. You were fine. You just wanted your water and Gatorade. You were fine, dude. But like, so you go from 20 to 25, and that's like the big, right? Like that's where it starts to kind of set in. Like, oh shit, dude, we ain't even halfway yet.
Yeah, I would say definitely after a marathon's worth, it started to feel tired. Is that when you guys were feeling it too?
For me, it was probably 30.
Yeah.
But still, same in the same ballpark, and that's when it really starts. Everything before that, that's where you're comfortable. That's where okay, I got this. And the real run starts beyond that. It's when you start feeling the aches, the pains, and that little bit of doubt that hits you in the back of your head, and you're like, can I do this? That's when it really starts to me. I feel like these runs, and that's where you learn about yourself. That's where you can be like, okay, I got a little pain. Let me adjust the way I run. Let me move this side of the street, right or left versus let me, fall behind somebody, let the wind block and carry me forward. And, that's when you start to actually strategically plan how you're going to move. You're focusing a little bit more on your intake, water, food, and all that stuff.
Were you guys still talking at this point?
Yeah,
a little bit, right?
Yeah, we probably kept conversation the whole way. It got like silent for maybe a mile or two, where we would like separate a little bit. But with like your dad, Jenna, and Phil on the bikes, like someone would always be talking to one of them. So I think the part of it that made it a lot easier was having conversation the whole time, even when it was getting a little silent.
Yeah, no, definitely, because that was huge having them on the bikes because they had music playing. Because if not, it would have just been kind of silent, us and our thoughts. Because when you are running trails, that usually happens. You're left alone, so it was such a different atmosphere running as a group. Having people on bikes to kind of help you, support you, and motivate you was pretty wild experience. You talk about that 25-mile mark. That was another one for me that was like, this is so freaking cool because we got that police escort from the CIO police that took us over the bridge. It looked like they blocked it off. I don't remember.
People were like very patiently, no problem. We're just driving slowly behind them.
It was incredible to see that. Everyone just kind of looked around like, what are these freaks doing? It was just so cool to kind of see like that whole process happen to me. I thought that was sick. And then after that, it was kind of when that pain cave kind of came, and we kept saying, what was the bus?
Oh, the struggle bus?
The struggle bus. That's what we were calling it. We're on the struggle bus now.
Was that the steepest bridge?
I'm not sure if it was the Ocean City one or if that one was. I don't remember.
And you like have to run at that point because you got 2 police
escorts
behind
a little pressure.
And you got everyone's like looking what are these? What's happening right now? So you like have to run.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
No, that was definitely it.
And Sean, at one point you were saying like, dude, these like every 5 miles it's good for the mental. Like you needed those checkpoints in your head.
Yeah, man. The checkpoints were for me. I mean, obviously good for the physical. Sit down, get something to eat, fill your bottle back up, like all that stuff's great, but it's more knowing that like, okay, I have 5 miles I have to run until I stop, and mentally it's a little bit less daunting than being like, all right, we got 25 miles left. It's like, no, I just got 5 miles and then I'm good, and then I got another 5 miles after that. But it breaks it up. You know, you kind of, like Mike was saying earlier, with trail runs, you kind of have to do that for yourself, like in your head.
Right.
But with this one, we didn't have to because Mike so meticulously planned that out before. ChatGPT planned it out before. Mike planned it out before. And but yeah, it was really nice. Like, get a chance to see you guys. There's a couple of people that we saw that I didn't even know we were going to see, like Joe Picari, who like lives down in Wildwood. You know, over the weekends he stopped and saw us, and it was funny. He texted me afterwards. He's like, "You guys didn't look anywhere near tired enough at 30 miles to be considered human." That was good because I felt like I was looking pretty tired. But yeah, the 5 mile checkpoints were awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And you guys, like I said, it was the best, dude. It was cool too because it was like you felt like we were running it, but you guys were right there with us.
Right.
Like, it was cool.
Smoking cigars.
Yeah.
Your mom actually made me smoke a cigar.
Did she?
I
What
went
a girl, Beth Ann.
Well, no,
All right.
because the gnat. It was because of the gnats. It's because of the gnats.
Oh,
She's like, someone needs to smoke a cigar, and I was like, I'm in.
I'm on it.
And then I
do
had,
my part.
I left the truck there, and I had my dad take me to, like, we had no idea where we were, but I was like, I gotta go get a cigar, because then
man.
I just wanted a cigar at that point. And then, you guys came running into, Wildwood, and I'm smoking.
Yeah.
Steve had his son there. I'm like, I gotta put this thing on.
There was that one, the one spot. It was like a 6.5 mile stretch because yeah, that was the one that I was really gonna tell you guys about. The struggle was on. It was when we were running through like a lot of those marshlands. The sun was at an all-time high, and
The road was rough.
the road was.
Where was this at?
This might have been mile 30 into 40 into Wildwood, into North Wildwood. I couldn't put the crew. You would have been stuck on the side of the road in those marshlands, so we had to extend it another 1.5 miles. And I didn't realize that would have been a struggle right there, that stretch, because that's when the wind changed.
It's a lot
direction.
of bridges too.
Yeah, there was about 3 of them on that, and we just had to hammer it.
Yeah.
And we just kept looking at each other like, oh shit, I hope this is coming up soon. And I was like,
6.4.
you guys are looking at me like I'm the map guy. I'm like,
You're trying to pull it up on the Forerunner. You're like, it's 1.7 miles.
This is where you saw Joe, though, isn't it? Is this where Joe Picari was?
We saw
Yeah.
Joe right after that. So
Oh,
we
that
got
was the
when we
next
got
one?
to that checkpoint, yeah. And that checkpoint was tough too because I remember asking you like, dude, where are we at here? Because I knew that my Strava was ahead of yours by like 3/4 of a mile. Almost.
Right.
So I was checking in with you. I had just switched my shoes prior to that, and I was wearing pretty much the same shoe, but it was a go-to support shoe, so they
Right.
kind of helped to guide your foot straight. And like 4 miles into wearing those shoes, I was like, I feel like my ankle's about to fucking break. Like,
That's
I was
the
like, this
worst,
sucks. So as soon as we got to that rest stop, I was like, get these fucking shoes off of me and put the old ones back on, and had a peanut butter and jelly, rub little Sebastian's head, and call it a day. Yeah.
Was that the one where we had to go like up and then back, or up and around for the light because we were coming off that bridge into the traffic light, and we didn't want to cross over to the 4-lane highway?
Yes.
Yeah. That sucked.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good rest stop though. Like once we got to Wildwood, it was like we're almost there. Like we're real close. It started to feel
You
real
weren't,
close.
though. You were 15 miles away. Still.
Yeah, we still had 21 miles or something, or 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 15.
So it was like, but it felt
Yeah.
it was like the rest stop thing. It was like, all right, we don't have 15 miles. We have 3 more stops.
Right.
What's like your concept of time at this point? Where like
Non-existent.
you don't even care?
Dude, I lost all of it personally. I couldn't tell you times. Even it's like a brownout. Like I remember seeing people, but I don't remember things that were said. I don't remember moments exactly personally. And it was weird. I got to a rest stop. People were talking to me. There was a moment. I think it was mile 45 when we stopped, and people were talking to me, and it was just like Saving Private Ryan. I couldn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
People were talking. I was just like looking. I'm like, what is happening? Then I got smacked on the back of the neck with an ice pack, and it kind of like brought me to.
It was
a weird. I never had that with running before, and it was like,
We should have had some smelling salts on the premises.
oh,
What were you
yeah.
thinking?
That would have been cool.
Yeah,
George
that'd been
Kittle
awesome.
provided them.
Yeah.
He's a big man on that one.
Just as soon as you cross like into the checkpoint, just like
Yeah, that would have been pretty solid to have, man.
Wake you up. Yeah.
And
these
then,
things are brutal. Have you done that before?
my older brother, of course, because he's
Yeah.
John. He has them, so we tried them. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, dude, he had that one that was like oil in that little
Yeah, you
bottle.
almost threw up.
Oh my fucking god! I almost lost my life huffing that thing in, dude. That was unbelievable. He had it in like, you usually crack them and then you sniff them. This one was in like a bottle, and you like push the bottom of it and it comes up. I didn't know, so he's like, "Yeah, just put it like right up on your nostril." He fucked me. He's like, just like almost like put it in your nostril and then just spray it. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." I don't know why I listened to John. So I hit this thing and I'm like, I went straight up retarded for like 20 minutes. I'm crying. I'm like, I thought I was gonna throw up. That thing was wild. They worked though. I mean,
Yeah,
you're knocked
great.
out. Yeah.
You've done them, Cameron?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where I used to work, we had a bottle in the break room, and we would hit them before we went out to work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's just get you going.
We should get some right now.
I would try it.
Yeah.
Literally, got any smelling salts? Oh, fuck. Damn it.
But that mile 40, something that hit me as well that I never experienced was I actually got extremely nauseous at that point. We've talked about it. I don't know what overcame it. I couldn't actually throw up though. I wanted to in the worst way. You ever be like super hangover, like you do feel like you're like driving? It was that exact feeling, and I had it from mile 40 all the way into probably 9 o'clock at night.
Really?
This feeling of extreme nausea. I was like, dude,
It never went away?
never went away until like even eating. I was like forcing food down. It just stayed with me till about 9 o'clock at night.
You think you think you oversalted?
That's
I remember
what
you
we were
saying.
thinking.
Yeah.
Because I did have salt packets, and I was just so afraid of being dehydrated this whole run. I was trying to stay on top of my hydration.
Do you know what happens
fuels.
like if you oversalt? Like what's like what happens to your body if you oversalt? What is that?
I've definitely done it before. I feel like it kind of is the same thing as yours. Like
Yeah.
you retain all of this fluid, so you feel super full, or at least I did. Like you feel super full, but you also feel like you need to drink because you have
Right.
so much salt in you. So it's just it's kind of like this catch-22. Like you keep drinking and the water just stays there, but you still feel thirsty. So you just feel
Right.
like bloated but dry at the same time. Is that kind of like?
Yeah, because I kept drinking a ton of water to try to help it. I was drinking pickle juice. I mean, high in sodium right there, and then I had salt packets in my right pouch that had 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So I was drinking one of those in between the 5 miles with my left one, which is straight water in between. And I think I definitely overdid it because I was just feeling like shit. Like even Jenna, people were saying I looked white as a ghost, and Sean was getting more red.
You
so
did at the end. You did at the end. Did you consult with ChatGPT about the salt consumption?
Not at all.
He didn't use any ChatGPT.
No
Steve.
chat,
Yeah,
man.
he didn't
No,
use
no,
no
you didn't-
ChatGPT at all.
Yeah, but didn't ChatGPT help you train? It was your coach?
So
There's
yeah,
your Mick?
I used it for like
Come on, Rock.
yeah, give me some speeches.
Yeah.
I did use chat for my training program. I just tried it. I was like, hey, this is my body weight, what I'm running currently, what my goal is going to be in September, and it gave me a breakdown of every day what I should be running per week. But it didn't give me anything health wise. It was just a generic like run 10 miles today, take 4 miles, run 30, do the next day a half marathon, and I did it on kind of following that line.
Do you
kind
have
of how I had
any conceivable idea how much salt you consumed?
if I had 4 of those packets, that's 4,000. So, I couldn't even ballpark it.
No?
I would say.
I want to ask ChatGPT.
Let's see.
I would
Say-
say 6 to 8 grams of sodium, probably.
There's
Every
no
bit
way.
of it.
You were drinking the elements, right?
Yeah.
Those got 1,000 milligrams. You were also
500.
drinking the goos.
Right.
Those
They
are
have
probably like
150 or something
150.
like
Cam's
Yeah.
got this.
that. Yeah. But I know the elements are 500. Those salt tabs are 1,000. And the pickle, I forget the concentration on pickle juice,
too.
but it's,
8 grams you're thinking?
yeah, 6 to 8.
Water retention and bloating, thirst and dehydration, increased blood pressure. Maybe it was the blood pressure that made you feel nauseous.
Mhm.
Your blood pressure was probably risks, short-term risks.
That sounds right. Because yeah, man, I was feeling like dog shit, and
I
like I said,
think
I was pure white.
It
I
could,
was
so
like,
it could it could trigger for sensitive individuals. It could trigger dangerous spikes in blood pressure.
I think, too, it might have been just, you got to think about what you put in your stomach that day. How many gels?
Oh my god, man.
Like-
yeah. No, I was putting about, I don't know about you guys, I was doing about 2 to 3 gels every 5 miles.
8
Yeah.
grams is only 3 times the recommended amount. I bet I could crush 8 grams of fucking sodium, dude.
I bet you
Yeah.
could do it.
Oh, bro, you eat a blooming onion You get 8 grams right there, dude. Yeah, dude. I'll go fucking crush one of those bad
Really?
boys right now, dude.
Is that the equivalent? Of that?
No, but I mean, like
2
like,
blooming onions?
the fast food items that we all know and love, like they're loaded with sodium.
yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
a thing of Campbell's soup's got like 1,000. You know?
I think every American overeats sodium.
Oh,
Like,
Oh yeah.
sure.
unless you're really watching it, which no one is.
Yeah, every great American overconsumes sodium, as you should. You're an American, balloon up to 400 pounds and fucking have yourself a
2
time.
blooming onions.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my
boy,
God.
look at
When's
you.
the last time you had a blooming onion, dude? Oh my God.
Years.
Oh God, I could go for a fucking blooming onion right now. Steve,
You should have done
can
that.
you hook it up? You
What?
got the hookup, right?
Blooming onion?
Yeah, dude.
My wife made blooming onion one time.
Oh, really?
Homemade, yeah.
Oh,
Loaded
man.
with definitely more than
How
10
does she?
grams of sodium.
What does she do to cut? Like,
There's a technique. I think you
Okay.
gotta I think you leave like the like ugly thing on the bottom, and then you cut it like that, and then you gotta kind of like peel it real
Open it?
meticulously,
okay.
and then you dip it in like a whatever, like a
flour,
like a-
milk,
yeah.
like thing like that. And
yeah
then just
flour milk thing.
deep fry it.
And yeah,
You should have just done 2 blooming onions instead of all the
Bro,
water
you
and
could've brought-
Gatorade.
right?
you could have
man,
really
should've
enjoyed
did
that.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
fine.
Running 51 miles, eating quesadillas and blooming onions. We die 10 miles into the run.
Yeah, bro.
You get like a mariachi band singing
my
next to you.
God.
Yeah, dude.
Tacos, whatever. Just give me it.
That was great.
You had rice too.
Oh yeah, I made
Rice?
rice balls,
It's
baby.
very
Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't get a chance to
You
try
didn't
any of
have
those.
it?
No, but they look good.
They were all right. You know, it was
rice balls.
Yeah, it was
I'm
a
talking
rice
about
ball.
you just had rice in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, so what it was, the night before I made rice, and what you do is you add rice, it was soy sauce, and then honey. That way you're getting the sodium, you're getting the sugar, and then also the carbohydrates out of it. And you just make a big mush of it. I put them into little tiny balls in different Ziploc baggies just to crush. And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was the first time I ever doing it. Don't taste the best, you know. It's plain rice with honey and
Yeah.
soy sauce, but
I eat that all the time.
oh, there you go.
I love rice and soy sauce.
And honey.
Never added honey before. No. I'm
No.
not a big honey guy. I'm not a sweet guy. I'm a salt. Like I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a salt
8 grams of sodium a day
Yeah.
type of guy.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe. I bet I've done it and had no idea.
You know,
It was just
yeah.
like, why do I feel absolutely horrible right now?
Yeah.
You crush a whole bag of beef jerky. You're like, damn, I feel like a little bloated right now. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I've
right?
definitely done that.
Oh, absolutely.
How many grams of sodium in a bag of beef jerky?
And there's like probably 4 servings to like a regular bag.
My dad had homemade beef jerky on the
Yeah,
lunch. You guys-
I ate bags of
It was
it. I was
awesome, bro.
crushing it.
It was
I didn't even know
unbelievable.
he made that. He made the cured salmon.
Yeah, he did that too.
Yeah, that shit was
Incredible.
good.
The funniest thing, he came up to me, I'm like, wow, 40, I'm hurting. He pulls out a fucking chicken wing. He was like, here, have a turkey leg. I was like, that is the fucking last thing I want to eat right now is a fucking turkey leg.
Yeah, it sucks because it's like I want to eat it. Like
Yeah.
anything your dad makes is
Yeah,
good.
but it's just-
like if I do, I will shit myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I
I
was like,
I will throw up.
Yep.
You can't do it.
Maybe I should have had that then to throw up.
I know. That
Yeah.
probably would have got it up.
Those green, the green tomatoes,
Oh, they're
pickled
great.
green tomatoes, were
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yep.
I was hammering them too. That's the thing. Like I was eating like a runner
I
that
love
day
it.
because that's all we had.
5 course.
You guys are. I'm sweating worse than you guys. What the hell's the matter?
He's having sodium
Look,
problems
I'm
with
telling
me.
you, all the runners are eating it. It's got to be good for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
At the first 10 mile stop, I looked at Phil and I was like, "Here you go." I threw him a Smuckers. He's like, "Yeah, I need this." He crushed the Smuckers. Love
There
it.
wasn't much food left. It was
Yeah.
all pretty much done.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did a good job. There was 0 Miller Lights left.
Ooh. that's
So
a-
every time we went, right, I hopped on the truck. I got the chair ready for Sean. He came up, 2 waters and a Gatorade. Usually asked for like an ice pack. Phil came over, asked for 2 ice packs and a Miller latte. And everyone was calling them lattes that day.
Oh, yeah.
Every single person there. So he would get his Miller. You'd get your this. Jenna would come ask for something. Your brother would come over ask. It was cool. But yeah, I had it down like to a science. But then we ran out of Miller lattes, and then I went and grabbed the 30-pack and
Oh, there
came
you go.
in.
What
Yeah.
a gentleman.
Right?
What an
Yeah.
absolute
You
gentleman.
You went out to get cigars. You went out to get Miller. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. You were on it.
I'm just unhealthy piece of shit. You guys are
You're a gentleman in a scholar.
just eating jerky and fucking
Yeah,
tomatoes and
I love it.
it's great American right there.
It is a great American.
Yeah.
It is
Hot
a great
dogs.
American.
I should have brought some hot dogs. All right, so where are we at? We're at mile 40 here. Is this so at what point do you guys pass this enormous crowd of people screaming for everyone? They got signs.
That was cool. I think,
Was that in
That
Cape
was
May?
40 to 45, I thought, right?
yeah, 40 to 45.
I think it was too.
Yeah, because we were getting in, and that was wild, man. I mean, I don't know, but we were running, and I'm like, that's a lot of people hanging out. You know, I didn't think anything of it, and then I started hearing clapping, like, what are they clapping for? And then it dawned, I was like, oh my gosh, and I just saw this wave of people, and it was actually the owners of Joe Canal's Rio Grande and Joe Canal's Cape May. The guy, Billy Fracco, went out there. He went to the bar. Was like, listen, I'll buy everybody a beer if you go outside and cheer these guys on. They're running 51 miles. The tunnels of towers, and they all came outside, started cheering. None of them got the beer. They're like, no, we don't even want it. We just want to see these freaks and what they're doing, man.
That's
So
awesome.
that was a
Does
morale
that
boost.
that's what I was gonna say. Does that get you like jacked up a little bit?
Oh my
Even at
God.
mile
Oh, yeah.
whatever, wherever you're at, 43 at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like on top of the world.
How
That
close
was
to the
just-
checkpoint was that?
Oof. Remember when you said the time thing?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I want to say we were
Yeah,
like
just-
2.5 miles away. We were a little bit
Oh, you're
before
right in the
halfway.
middle.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking about how like rough it was feeling. It was like, dude, only 3 miles, and
Is
then
that what it was?
that's when we came down. Because that's when you were like, oh, this is exactly what we needed at this point.
Yeah. No, it was huge. I mean, it was just awesome to see that many people that you don't even know. You know what I mean? Coming together. It's like this thing blew up. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
whole thing blew up from like you guys run the whole thing, you guys crewing, 3 people biking 40 miles. Just it was wild to see that. And you know, then we also saw them again. They moved down to North Wildwood, did the same setup. I don't know if you actually, I don't know if you
I
saw
hadn't
that
seen it
part.
at any
but
point.
yeah, they came down again and did it twice for us, and it was wild.
All
Man.
the people
Just-
from the bar
yeah,
with their beer, with their free beer. Like, ah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome though, just seeing them, and yeah, that was huge coming into that last stretch of like 11 miles, I think.
Yeah, that's really cool. The videos of that were awesome. What did what started this? How did this start?
So the whole run idea and everything.
Everything.
So, so you know, I've done runs with Sean, and I always wanted to just try something. I kept running and running, and I started listening to audiobooks of running because you know I got addicted to it, and
Wait, what?
I got addicted to like the running.
Wait,
and the-
they have audiobooks of running?
oh yeah,
What is it?
Dean
What does
Karnassus,
it
he's
say?
a famous
Oh.
one. Scott Jurgens. I mean, there's a ton of them out there about running, ultras, and I got really fascinated with that ultra running world. So for people who don't know, an ultra is anything above a marathon. So marathon's 26.2 miles. So anything above that is considered that. So yeah, you know, I've ran 2 or 3 with Sean alone, kind of got into that realm, and I really was like fascinated by how people can do this thing. So I started running around town, listening to these audiobooks about running with a purpose. And, you know, you travel all over for these runs, you spend your money, you spend your time, you get done, and still you don't feel complete. You know, you feel like you just did something cool, but there was nothing attached to it. So to me, it was like, all right, how can I do this kind of weird running world and make it into something more? And then I just saw a commercial for Tunnel to Towers. Like, oh, that seems pretty cool. And started researching them and other, you know, foundations. And a lot of them don't give back like you would think. You know, they'll only give 40% to the cause. And I didn't like that. Tunnel to Towers, I think they were like 97% they give back. And I just thought that was huge. And I fell in love with the whole concept of veterans and giving back to firefighters and, you know, that community that did make a sacrifice that, no, I didn't serve. I've never, you know, like, became a firefighter. That's awesome, man. Like, a lot of us don't do that kind of thing. And I really wanted to show my appreciation for that. So it just, this idea stemmed, and I was like, all right, I'm going to make my own run up. And believe it or not, I talked to Joey Henshaw about it a year ago. He told me, I always wanted to run from Atlantic City to Cape May. And then just like everyone asked me, like, you could do that without hitting the Parkway? I asked him, he's like, yeah, there's a route. If you just kind of find it on the map, you can do it. I was like, no shit. And it
How'd you map it out?
So I went on the app Strava. That's a very popular running world, biking community world. And I kind of zoomed in and saw little bits of pre-made routes. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I just kind of started using Google Map and kind of traced it along. And was like, oh, wow, I can actually do this. I think this is actually something possible. So I created the map. I kind of ran with that and then connected to Tunnel to Towers. I reached out to them. I was like, hey, initially it was the solo. I just thought it was me, myself, and I running down the boardwalks of South Jersey. Yeah, and just kind of doing this thing. And then it really blew up. People were so involved. People were concerned. Sean, Cameron, they heard about it and they're like, dude, we want to get involved. And it just really snowballed into this thing. Jenna was telling me, like, because of how far out you were, I was maybe 18 weeks at that point. She was like, you got to stay in the public's eye. And I was off social media for like 3 years at that point. I just got rid of it. I was like, I'm not doing this stuff. And then that's when those videos started coming up. She's like, you just got to stay in the public's eye. So I started filming myself and I was like, oh, I don't like this. But every time I did it, I saw $200 donation, $100 donation every week. It was like, oh, okay, so this is actually working. So I just started filming myself, getting familiar with editing programs, and then eventually finding this drone that fits in my freaking palm of my hand. And so I'm running, the GoPro on my right hip, a drone on my left hip, and I'm just filming myself for 15 weeks, every single day, just putting myself out there. And it was, kind of uncomfortable. You're used to what you're doing with podcasting. It feels weird putting yourself out there. And then just every time it was like, the money would just keep growing for this cause, and it just erupted into this thing, Sean reached out. He said he was only going to do half with me. I was like, dude, whatever you can do, you can do. I was going to push him. He was doing it no matter what. And then Cam reached out. Yeah. I thought that was sick. He was like, yeah, if I feel good enough, I'll do the full thing. Again, I knew you were going to do the whole thing anyway. Yeah. And it, this thing just evolved so fast beyond what I even dreamed of. Like I said, I thought it was just be me running down this shoreline with Jenna and, some family members at the end clapping.
You think you could have done it?
Yeah, but not nearly. It wouldn't have been as enjoyable. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't have had the memories. I wouldn't have had this feeling of accomplishment. It's like really cool to see that so many people care, because I didn't think people gave two shits about this, to be honest. I thought people were like, all right, this kid's just running, whatever. But it was so cool to see so many people actually want to get involved with crewing, like yourself. You guys won the run, and then people at the bar coming. Like, I just didn't think anybody cared about running, or it just shows people do care about a cause. And I thought that was so much more than the actual run itself to me. Like, just the memories that I have and people reaching out to me, people saying, like what you said earlier before we started, like, you're back at the gym. So many people reach out to me and said, oh, I started running again. And man, it's just so cool to see that, But,
how did you guys, like, at what point did you guys know you were going to do the whole thing?
Well, when I started off, the way I found out about it is we were at a meeting for our fire department in Hamilton, and we were talking about a donation for it. So I was like, I know Mike, I have his number. I was like, let me reach out and see how training's going. And I just sort of asked him, like, how training for the run's been going, how, like, everything's feeling. And he was like, at the end of it, when he responded, he was like, do you want in? I was like, and I talked to Meg about it, my fiance, that night, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I just don't know. And she's like, you're going to do the whole thing. And I was like, well, I got to see how I feel. I haven't pushed high mileage. I've just been doing shorter runs. So I'm going to go out. And I did a half marathon that weekend and a 10 miler just to see how my body felt. And once I did that, she was like, how you feeling? I'm like, I'm going to tell him 30 for now. In the next week or two, I'll know for sure. And then after the next week or two, I was like, there's no way. Because, we're all pretty much wrestlers here. We all wrestled. So it's like the competitive edge and like knowing that someone who we've competed against each other before. I was like, I gotta deal with him, man. Like, to know he's gonna keep going.
Yeah,
and
like, how could you stop? Like, how could you stop and watch him, run away? It's like,
yeah. So I was talking to Megan. I was like, I'm gonna tell him I'm doing the whole thing, and she was like, I knew you were going to. So when I told him I was doing the whole thing, he was pumped. And then
so awesome.
I think it was the day before when he was like, Sean's doing the whole thing too. I was like, sweet. I was like, I knew we were gonna harass him at mile 25.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was a cool feeling. And honestly, like, with the three of us running, there wasn't a single time that entire run where like I lost any confidence. I would mile 25, mile 30, mile 35, mile 40, 45, going into 51. Like, there wasn't a time where I felt like there was a chance that I was gonna stop or that any of us were gonna stop. I think I had like complete confidence the entire time. Like, there was a couple points where obviously like your pain starts to compound and you'll always get that little voice. Like we were saying, we were battling demons. And it was funny, I was taking my hat off and reading some of the verses. I was talking about like, we're battling demons right here and we got to fight through it. There was a couple things to me, like, I don't know, me and Mike had talked about it. We kind of rediscovered our faith through our significant others. And on the run, I was taking a look at like, this is God representing to us, like that he's watching over us. It was that weather, up to the week before was showing rain the entire day. And then Yeah, and headwind, and then it switches to tailwind and a sunny day,
Yeah.
clear
It's
skies,
a beautiful day.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's an awesome day. Yeah.
and then what was it like mile 48 right before we were finishing? It was getting hot out, and then boom, 10 minutes of a
Right.
light drizzle, and then it's cool out. Like it was just to me, that was God watching over us,
100%.
staying overcast. The sun wasn't beating down on us
Yeah.
too long. It was just awesome. It was an awesome experience. I think we all did a really good job of. We were coming into the aid stations, and none of us were showing up frowning. Like having you guys there and having the music, it's like, how do you not smile seeing everybody?
Yeah.
You know, and like everybody that was in the aid station was helpful. It didn't matter if it was me, Mike, or Sean. Like immediately, what do you guys need? Everybody's ready to help everybody. It was just like, it made you excited to go back out. Like I can't wait
Really
to see
did.
you guys again in 5 miles. It was an awesome experience. It was one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done in my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I echo that, man. It really was. I truly didn't know that I was going to do the whole thing maybe until like 2 days before.
2 days before is when you told me, dude.
Yeah, this year's been wild a little bit for me. Just been battling injuries. Beginning of this year, 3 blown discs in my lower back. So getting shots in my lower back to get that figured out. Happy that helped. 2 weeks before the run, getting hit with this virus, losing hearing, feeling sick for a couple weeks. But I had a chance to train a little bit, not to the point that I have been really for the last few years. So I was kind of coming in behind the 8 ball, but just kind of, running with Mike, dialed the diet in, knew that it was going to be an awesome time, and knew that once we got running together, like Cam said, like we're all going to push each other. So, I told my wife, I was like, she asked me, is running the whole thing on the table? I said, of course it's on the table. Like if I feel good, I'm going to do it. But I promised her I wouldn't, like if I felt hurt, I wouldn't do it. And, nothing felt hurt. Stomach held up, back felt good. You just felt tired, but of course you're going to feel tired because you just ran, 40 miles. So it's like, I'm so grateful. I feel like I kind of needed it for myself too. Like this year's just been hectic, especially after the last couple months. I was like, I need something to like prove that like you can still push through, you can still do this. And I felt what Cameron was saying in the beginning of the day with prayers. I heard you talking to yourself, like praying as you were running and everything. It really did feel like whatever you believe in, like it really did feel like there was some kind of presence like watching over us that day. Like really, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a great experience. I was so grateful to just be a part of it. Like Mike put all this together and put so much time in it, more time than I would ever put into running ever. Like, which, I'm rethinking now because all the runs we did before, it's like you sign up, it's going to be a wild run. It's going to be super hard. But you, like what Mike said, you leave that run, you're like, okay, that was a cool thing. And like, we'll talk about it. Like we'll talk about it forever. But this is actually something that impacted so many people and that he put together. So just to be a part of it, to be a part of something that my best friend put together for a great cause, and then to meet another great friend who, going to be good friends for life now. Like it was just, there's so many cool things about the day. It was just awesome. Never forget it. So yeah, special day for sure.
I was you mentioned the hearing loss from an illness.
Yeah.
Is that disorienting? What when you're running? Is that harder to run? Does it do anything?
Not really. I mean, so I've had hearing loss my whole life in my left ear. The one thing that was weird is that like I was wearing AirPods, which can have like a hearing assistance mode on them, and they kind of pick up like wind, so you'll get like whistling in your ear and stuff. So that was a little bit weird, but honestly, like I tried to stay on, on the left hand side of Mike and Cam the whole time, and I would just put all the hearing assistance towards this one ear, so I could hear what they're saying. So I definitely missed like half of the shit that you guys were saying. But
It was all about you anyway. Slow down, dumbass. You're gonna burn out.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it wasn't really anything too crazy.
Do you hear like is it like when you put your fingers in your ears and you can hear like you can hear what's going on in your mouth better, and you can hear like
yeah, it's weird. It feels kind of like it feels like you're underwater hearing things. And then the brain kind of gets used to it. So after a couple weeks of having this reason loss, I've kind of gotten used to just not being able to hear. But because like I've always had an 80% hearing loss in this year anyway. So everything just sounded normal anyway. You don't know what you don't know what you lost because you never had it. But this year I had fine hearing. So it's like, damn, I can't hear my wife saying stuff to me. I can't hear the water running. I can't hear the shower, like the water hitting me. So it's weird. And then you hear things and it's like, I sound like I'm listening to you underwater. But the worst part about it was just the pressure. Like I felt like I like a head was in a vice. So I'm super grateful that, you know, I was able to get some treatment prior to the run. You know, I was on some prednisone and stuff, and that pressure kind of lifted. So it all kind of happened at the right time. Like I feel like whatever my training was for this, which was not as much as I had done in the past, like I peaked at the right time and I wasn't a jerk off this time, and I actually like allowed myself to rest coming up to the race. So I had a little bit more gas in the tank, and you know, I'm just great. I would have been grateful if I did half of it, but I'm immensely grateful that I could do the whole thing, be there with them, touch the tower with you guys, fucking pop champagne. Awesome. It was awesome, dude.
That was awesome. So yeah, you talk about mile 45, right? You get in, like now people are really starting to come, right? Like aunts and uncles, cousins, friends, like there's a big caravan of people. You guys, the plan was to stop 1 mile before the tower, the light tower.
Right.
You guys were like, nah, we ain't stopping a mile. I was saying from like mile 35, I'm like, man, that last mile is going to be really hard. Do you think it would have been really hard, or was that just me thinking that?
I think it would have been, you know, especially in the state of the last maybe 2 miles, you know, we had to slow down. We had to walk some of it. It was like, it started getting to your mentals. And then especially, you know, you could see the lighthouse from certain spots. You're like, man, we are right there. Let's just get through this. Let's just get it over with at this point. I think it would have definitely slowed the momentum a little bit for everyone.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been necessary, you know.
Right.
I think by the last mile where about we would have hit that aid station, I think we all kind of found our groove where it was like, we're here. We know what we can run right now. We're not going to overdo it. It's last mile. And plus, I think we wouldn't have been able to get the little shot of adrenaline like we all kind of got in that last mile. If we would have stopped there and then started back up, both of us know, like when we got done that first half mile out of an aid station, that was when the struggle bus was the worst. Like, you're leaving sitting down, comfortable, just ate food. So I think if we would have stopped in that last, before that last mile, it would have kind of like ruined that last mile, because I know we were all hurting, but we were mobile. Your body's used to it. We've been moving for 5 miles now. Like we can push this last mile. And we all ran it like pretty quickly considering it was the 51st mile.
Right.
You know, having that adrenaline pumping through your veins. We could see the lighthouse when we got onto that trail. We know where our end goal is. It was, I think, the stopping at the 50th mile would have just like taken that all away from it. It would have been a grind for the last mile.
What was the original thought behind stopping that mile?
Just for that 1 second of like, hey, if you need an extra breather, let's do it. That was really because I, you know, stayed with the whole, you know, every 5 miles, I kind of just landed there. I was like, okay, this is cool. It'll be exactly 1 mile. But yeah, I didn't realize how much of that runner's high you would get. And there was a point, you guys probably felt it, where your body went completely numb. You know, for me, it was like probably the last 10 miles, I couldn't feel my legs, nothing. I knew I was moving, but it was like no pain, but it was just, you're just numb. And it felt good to just be in that kind of zone of emptiness. So when Cam looked at me, he goes, let's just keep going. And I looked at Sean, we all were just like, let's just hammer through this. Let's just get through it, be done with it. Yeah, that was the only reason I put it there, was just in case, say we needed something to get us through. Maybe I thought maybe it would be a morale boost again, you know, because that was what really carried us, like we were all saying, for the past, you know, 5 mile segments every time through. But turned out that would have just been a complete waste. I truly do agree with him. The hardest part was getting your momentum back.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sitting and, you know, resting up. It would have been pointless to stop.
Now, do you think those 5 mile stops prevented the runner's high from like getting more of a runner's high?
Personally, yeah. I think I could have spaced it out a little bit better for us. It did feel good early on, but later on, I feel like by the time you got the motor up and running, you had to kind of decrease it. I don't know if that's how you guys felt at all, but for me, I did feel that way.
Yeah.
I felt like we probably could have gone 15 before the first stop, maybe 15 or 20. But after, like, towards the end, I appreciated just me personally, I appreciated the 5 mile. No way in hell I was stopping at that last one though, because like Cam said, like at that point you're hurt and you're numb. You just want to get it done, you know. And then like stopping and starting, your blood flow stops and you start to feel the pain a little bit more. So, but yeah, no, dude, I think you set it up perfectly, dude. I feel like just because we blasted the first 20 miles, like we were at a 9.5 for like a marathon. We ran a marathon at 9 minutes and 5 seconds. Like we were under 9:10. So like that was pretty good. So like I feel like maybe, I don't know. What do you think, Cam? Like, you think we probably could have blasted the first marathon and then done 5 mile stops?
Yeah.
Would have been a lot.
The reason I think the 5 miles starting at mile 10 was smart is, one, we addressed early issues. Like, I think about my foot. I caught that at mile 10. If I had to wait till mile 25, that's a lot more of a problem. You changed out of the shirt into a tank top. You were able to take your shirt off. And those miles were when we caught the warm miles. So imagine if, like, we're still in the same clothing. And another thing, too, is I think the 5 mile breakups, the reason we performed so well on that run is because we were able to get hydration in. Like, I know by mile 10, my Camelback was almost empty.
Oh, yeah.
You were out of water.
I was out.
You didn't even bring a water bottle.
I was thinking, I was like, all right, I got 5 mile stops, but I was like, I can always just carry a water bottle. But that hand bottle did really come in handy, because my method was like, all right, I'm going to fill up. If I have a gel, I'll fill my bottle up with water. If I have a Gatorade, like I won't have a gel. So I didn't over salt, and I just kind of like kept my ratio there. And you were right there. You were right there.
I'm here.
Oh, I love it. But but the hand bottle came in handy. I just made sure that by the time we got to the 5 mile stop point, I had finished everything in that bottle, and then I filled it up again. So, but yeah, no, I think you're 100% right. Like, we did address early things, and that probably helped. I went through like 4 shirts, just sweating my balls off. Just, that it was good to, like, I usually don't care about that stuff, but it was good to kind of have like a piece of dry clothing on.
Oh, yeah.
Like a pair of dry socks, like a pair of dry boxers. Did you get jock chafe?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I had no blisters, no jock. I had none of that stuff, bro.
I had some jock chafe, bro.
Did you?
Oh,
yeah, my nuts were chafed.
Tip of the Johnson, bro.
Ooh.
It was rough, dude. I was putting Neosporin on that bad boy. I was like, I got to get this thing healed up.
You had that chafing shit with you? I had it.
I had
slapping
it.
on
Body glide?
Yeah, man. I was rubbing that shit everywhere.
Dude. Yeah, bro. I was towards the end of the race. I'm like, why is the tip of my penis on fire? I do not want this. I got vacation coming up. I need this, but it was on fire, dog. Yeah, it's good now. It's healed. The viewers will be happy to hear that it's healed. It's healed.
I'm clipping that, dude. For sure, man. I'm 100% clipping that, dude. I'm sorry. So one thing you guys did not account for is it was Oktoberfest in Cape May.
No.
Was it?
You didn't notice?
Did you run through the town of Cape May?
Yes.
Yeah, and
it was. I thought you were gonna get there before me.
Yeah, it was definitely mobbed. I didn't realize that either. I thought we skipped the Irish festival in Wildwood. I was like, all right, good, we nailed that one. I didn't account for that. I had no idea it was Oktoberfest.
Now, how did you guys get through that?
I just thought it was crowded. I didn't even notice there was a festival going on. I think I was.
Dude,
I wish I would have known. I would have
mobbed.
grabbed a beer, man.
I know.
Damn. Oh, damn. I wish I would have known.
Right there?
Yeah, I felt good. I did.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Cam's a savage, baby.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, Cam was blasting towards the end of the. It looked like you got faster as time went on,
did.
dude. You
He was
really
moving.
did. Like
Yeah,
towards the
okay.
end of the mile, you were like, I was looking at Cam. I was like, all right, I just got to try to stay within 100 yards of Cam.
I think we were all cruising.
How did like the whole like entourage get through? Like, were you just all in single file line? Just
Pretty much. We were
just
single file.
dodging and weaving
Yeah.
through people?
It was just like that. We just actually North Wild was worse on the boardwalk.
Yeah, that
it was
was-
so
Really?
congested. We had to go weave, and people would block up. And you're like, oh my god, you had to stop and try to go around them.
That's
it was
brutal.
that to me was like the mental where I was like, dude, I'm gonna freak because these people were just not moving. They're looking like, oh, he's running. And it's just like, dude, get out of my way. And it was, I would look back, see if they're there, and like we got separated at that point. But yeah, Cape May, we just pretty much hugged the coast as much as we could and just kind of stuck to it. And we actually were pretty solid away from most people at that point.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But
So did you
inbound-
pass like canals?
Canals, so that would have been on our right hand. We saw it, but we didn't go like right past
Yeah,
it.
that like circle or whatever that is.
Yes.
That was. I was thinking to myself like, man, how are they gonna get through this?
Yeah.
It was mob.
Wow. Yeah, because we veered as soon as we came into Cape May. We made a left, towards Pittsburgh or Texas to Pittsburgh. So right past the Wawa, past the National Guard Center. So there wasn't really much there, and then got right to the ocean. And kind of booked it down that way.
Cool. So okay, so you finally like, you know, the light tower's right there. Where you at? How you feeling?
Oh, I just felt pumped. I was like,
Yeah.
this is it. I was like, we're gonna hammer this. We got this. It was just almost like, to me, it was almost the opposite. It was like, damn, I don't want this to end. It felt like
Same.
really sick. It was like, dude, I'm loving this so much. I kind of don't want it to end. Believe it or not. It was like, yeah, you were pumped to get it over, but at the same time, you're like, I have such a good high. I'm just enjoying my time with my friends, my family, like my boys running. Like it just felt so sick. It's like, I feel like I have more in the tank almost, which is sick to say, but
And you did not.
You sick freak.
it
Sick
felt that
freak.
way, man.
Yeah,
It did.
that's wild. That's why I kind of felt that. I was like, damn, I can't believe it's over. Like I can't
Yeah.
believe we're almost there. All of my extremities at that point, I hadn't reached the numb stage yet. So like back on my knees, my ankles were like every step was like painful. But I was also like, damn, I can't believe it's over. Like I can't, like, you know how you get towards the end of an ultra and you're like, I'm never going to do this again. And then 3 days later, you're like, all right, when am I doing this again?
3 days later.
It's like, yeah, that's kind of like what it was. And we went pretty quick in that last mile. It's funny, dude, my dad stopped and
I don't even know
he
if you
got out of the
realize that.
car and he ran the last mile behind us. And he was like, you guys ran your 51st mile faster than I could run 1 mile. I was cracking
Yeah, I
up.
saw Pete behind us. Like,
Yeah.
let's go, Pete.
I had no idea that he was following us. So it was still funny.
You didn't hear him?
Your dad was running with you guys?
When we got to the
50-mile mark. He met us in that lot.
yeah, it was
Wow.
the it was like a natural what was it?
Like a reservoir or a
nature reserve
Nature
or something like
reserve.
that. We ran through that for the last mile, and I guess my dad saw it, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna just follow him. I'll walk or I'll run behind him." And so he did that. I had no idea, but the person that did keep me going towards the end, really the last like 10 miles, was your dad. Your dad stuck by me the whole time. Was just like, just keep going, Shonsky. Just keep going. I'd walk, and he's like, "You got this. Just keep putting one foot in front." He was great. It was also great because he had the music too. And if he got too far away from me, I couldn't hear it because I'm fucking deaf. But I just stuck right by him. I had the music. I was chatting with him. He was talking to me. I was like, all right, we're rocking and rolling. Big John, dude.
Yeah, it was like I had Jenna with me most of the
Yeah.
time. Then you had my brother
Yeah.
Phil with you. So it was kind
Yeah.
of cool that we each had like our own personal biker to keep you motivated. You know, Jenna was on my left. I got to talk to her, and I was like, oh wait, we each all have them. I look back and see my dad with you. I saw my brother with you. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool to kind of have them like, and then just for your mental state, you know. But I guess going back to it, I thought the ending was just like, damn, we're actually here. Because, you know, to me, it was reflecting immediately back to like that first steps we took. And we're like, damn, boys, we're about to do this. You know, and then, you know, time lapse and you're just like, holy shit.
I thought about that too, and it seemed like so long ago that you
Yeah.
had started, but the day flew by. But when
Right.
you thought back to like, you know, it's dark outside in Atlantic City,
Right.
and it was like, man, dude, that was like,
Yeah, it's
it's a hell
weird,
of a ways to go.
Yeah, the
My
time
dad
lapse.
actually was like, man, it's like they ran from Hamilton to Atlantic City and halfway back or something, and I'm like, well, it's like they went from Atlantic City to
Yeah.
Cape May.
Yeah.
He's like-
To be
He's like,
exact.
yeah, I guess I don't really have to compare it to anything, do I? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he says something like, or he's like, and then Winslow, like he was talking about like all these different towns. I'm like,
That's too funny,
Yeah.
man. I mean, that was a huge help for them. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they followed behind us in their truck with their
Yeah.
lights on to make sure we got over the bridge safety because some of them bridge they had nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, no,
it
some of
was
them are dangerous
tight.
to drive on.
Yeah, man. So it was. I mean, it was awesome when he volunteered. I was like, no, we'll be okay. But then once he pushed it, I was like, oh shit, no, that we needed that to happen.
You could have called the police stations like that day, and they would have came and escorted. Every one of them would have, I think. I mean, they usually do.
Yeah, because I mean, the Seattle police, they were so cool about it. As soon as we saw them at mile 25,
they love, dude. They love making people go slow.
Yeah,
They just love
you see them all the
slow.
time.
Yeah, they love it, dude. Well, yeah, because like we got like a huge mill machine,
Right.
that we have to take over some of those bridges sometimes, and they'll call me like, "Yo, Steve, can you come help me get over this bridge?" And like, me as one person, I can't
Right.
do anything for you, except for like stop traffic on this side. And
Yeah.
Traffic can just follow you up, but I usually always call the police department. It's always a short town because it's always like a bridge situation, and they always just send someone right out, no problem. And they'll just stop. They love stopping traffic, dude.
Yeah.
They just park right. It don't matter like.
Yeah, because it looked like they were like right in the middle.
they
I
don't
mean,
care, yeah.
they just stopped
They
everything
love
over
it.
that
They love
bridge.
it, dude. They love putting them lights on. Cool. So like, all right. So you're done. You're feeling like you're happy. Everyone's there. Like when did you start to like be like, oh shit, like when did it go from like I just ran 51 miles to like, oh fuck, I just ran like 51 miles. I'm hurting, dude.
Immediately. No, like.
Nah, man, you popped that bottle. You're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good. It was when we got back to the Airbnb. That's when it hit it for me. I couldn't walk up the stairs. John had to carry me up the stairs. I hopped
my brother grabbed me.
hopped on John's back and he walked up the stairs. I was like, I can't walk right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You were fine, dude.
Yeah,
You were
Cam, you were completely fine.
Cam was so
fine.
unfazed, dude.
It was cool.
This guy's wild. This guy's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me, it
man.
wasn't body. It was mentally for me. I mean,
You only had nausea. That was it.
Yeah, just nausea and emotions. That was me. I cried like a little baby. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn.
Mm.
You know?
I didn't see you cry.
No? Oh, yeah.
I would have made fun of you for sure.
I know you would have. That's why I put my head down real slow with the glasses on. Jenna came up and touched my shoulder. I'm like, no. Yeah, it wasn't the physical part for me. It was the mental aspect where I lost it.
That's all, dude. Awesome thing you guys did. Like, awesome.
Yeah.
Like, super proud of you guys. That was like really cool.
Yeah, I'm just glad like you were there to crew and Jenna was there, my parents, your parents, just we had so many people that cared and it was awesome that it kind of went that way. Like I said, you guys being there, like I said, we got to know Cameron. I've known him. It was pretty cool. Like
yeah,
I
definitely awesome.
I remember when I first met Cameron was actually the Hamilton Lake at a 5K.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to run it and I'm looking around at people because, you're getting an idea, seeing who you're going to be against. I'm like, who's that young buck over there? This young kid, he's like stallion looking. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, that's the guy. I was like, that's the guy that's going to give me the biggest problem during this run.
Was it?
Yeah, because he was ahead of me most of it. And you did one thing wrong. You know what it was?
I left the hoodie on, man.
No, you turned around.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, I got him. But no, it was cool. We went from like running like that to be like, yo, let's just do 51 together. Like, never ran together. And it's just like Sean said earlier, it's like a bond that we're always going to have, It's beautiful. I just thought it was awesome.
That was the fastest a run ever went by for me. Like half marathons, full marathons. 51 miles for me went by faster than all of those runs. I think it was because our crew was everybody we knew and it was all friends and family. And it's like, I think your brain's conditioned that we always see them at the finish line.
Right.
So to see them every 5 miles, it felt like a reset. And I think it made it just go by that much quicker.
Yeah.
Because like you said,
totally
dude,
agree.
mile 50 to 51, like I was almost like, dude, I kind of want it to end. Like I wish there was like two more stops,
Same.
man. I'm like having fun here.
Yeah, exactly. I felt the same way about that.
You guys were making it look easy. Like I honestly almost was like, oh, I'm about to run this 5 with these guys.
Yeah, you should have jumped
Bro,
in,
I've literally never run 5 miles in my whole life.
Yeah.
And I thought, like,
That was the time to do it.
I'm not gonna have any problem with this. These guys are just cruising,
Dude. Even back in like the running back days, like
Never.
Hawks.
Never.
Yeah, right?
Never.
You were like just.
I was fast for 40 yards.
Right?
That was it. That's all I had. I would get hawked after like 100.
Yeah.
Like I ran track and like my 100, I would crush, dude, for the first half, and then by like 80 meters, everyone passed me.
Mm.
I just had like real
That
quick
40.
acceleration. Yeah, my
That's
40.
another skill in itself, dude.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
I'm not. I don't know. I'd probably be slow as fuck if I ran a 40-yard dash, dude.
Same.
Like
I know I am.
Yeah.
Everything for me is like zone 2, 3. I'll do sprints every now and then, but like I don't think I'm fast. I
Still
don't.
got it a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
I do a little
Still
bit.
got- yeah.
But yeah, dude,
Raw power.
I would run like a 4:40 and like a 12-second 100 meter. Like that's how
a
insane
wild
it was.
split.
Like I was
Damn.
full speed, like step one, full speed,
Yeah.
and but then that was it. Like it wasn't that fast. It was just
It's those fast twitch
Yeah.
muscle
Right.
fibers.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
knees hate me now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man.
So what's next? Come on.
I know. I've been getting that a lot. I mean, I've already had Steve Anascavage already sent me multiple maps of the Batana Trail. It's
Batana
53 miles. He
So
said somebody
nice.
did it in 10 hours. Can you do it? I don't know.
I
There's
think you could.
No, you got to map it out.
Exactly.
You need
That's-
another invention.
and that's what people have been telling me. Like, just run it back next year. Get more people involved. I really don't know
I
what's
think
next.
I think you should run it back in like 6 months.
We probably could.
All right, settle
New
down.
year.
Come on, settle down.
You don't have
Jesus
to do
Christ.
it. Look, it could be a thing where you get like runners involved, and
Yeah.
you charge an entry fee, and that goes towards the charity. And it's
Yeah,
like,
that-
you could really make something happen.
I've already.
I mean, you have
people
momentum.
said it. Yeah, there's a ton more, and I want to use something for it because I know it's there. I know, even Lose I'm like, don't stop making videos. Like, people are engaged with it.
Mhm.
This whole weird community that kind of was built. There's so much engagement still. So I really don't know what that next step is. Right now it's just coming down off everything. I don't know about you guys, but there's this thing called like the marathon blues. Like, when it's done, you get kind of sad. You're like, damn, all that's done, and then you got to work back to the next thing. I've had it for every run we've ever done was that like post blues, but then you just find that next thing. And what it is, if I want to maybe take the reign and build another map, I will, because it felt more impactful than just running up a mountain that was pre-designed by somebody else that really didn't go to any charity. This was like so cool to know that we've raised almost $14,000 to help somebody and change their life, and knowing that that's going to impact someone is just an awesome feeling beyond the running. Like, it's so cool to do that. So I don't know, maybe do another race director. I don't know, something down the line.
Let's think about it right now.
There we go.
Batona Trail.
where
I
could you
love
go?
that
Yeah.
trail.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
Where-
yeah.
where is
Batona's Batona Trail. That's in Badstow.
That would be awesome. I was thinking that, like, back
That's-
through like the cranberry bogs, go all the way.
Yeah, it goes
All the way to LBI?
Where does it go to? I don't even.
It goes up towards Central Jersey.
Yeah,
It
like
goes pretty
No,
far
you go to
up.
LBI. You get to LBI like that,
Is
and
it?
it is an awesome drive.
Yeah.
Awesome drive.
That was the
I mean,
one-
it is, but it is nothing but trees. Like,
Oh, is it?
you will have zero aesthetic landmarks at all. You're just looking at trees.
But you
the whole
run
time.
on the water for a little bit. You get part of
Yeah.
the Mullica, and then it just goes to nothing.
Yeah, like Poor Man's Park. You could right,
Oh,
right.
Nah,
Can you-
Badstow.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
it's when you come off Badstow, back where like the houses are. If you go towards the back, the walking trails are back there. So the Batona goes. It's merged with one of the other shorter trails, and then you go up a little bit. You'll go past one part of the Mullica, but then you're kind of like crossing over fire lines, like the fire trails, and then back onto the Batona, and then back
Is
onto
it all dirt?
yeah.
sugar sand. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sugar sand?
yeah,
Different type of run in there.
it's
Yeah.
fun. It's
Yeah.
fun.
And there was only just not that I looked or anything, but there would only be 4 checkpoints on that one.
Yeah.
If we do that, could we do that like mid to late fall? Like get to like
Yeah.
that cool crisp air?
With the bugs
Like
out,
November,
Yeah.
Like
I
yeah,
think
like
we could bounce
like
back.
later like mid late November.
like 2025.
Like
I knew Cam was ready, baby.
if we leave it up to this guy, we're gonna be running
Tomorrow.
we're gonna run the Moab 200.
Oh, yeah.
you know. Nah, I mean, damn, I don't know if I could do it this November, but I definitely think we should run something back.
Yeah.
I'll leave it in your capable hands.
Oh, thanks.
I just do as I'm told.
ChatGPT will guide us.
Oh man.
Nah, I think it'd be sick, dude. On the trail too. That's a different beast.
It is.
That's sugar. That's where I did 32 miles.
Oh, was that one?
Yeah, 16 in, 16 out on the Batona Trail.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
I do in and outs in there. Like so,
That's
Because
gotta be hard. In
Oh,
and out.
yeah.
it's honestly just you got to worry about like you're gonna lose service for a lot of it,
I mean,
and then it's-
mentally though. Like,
yeah.
coming back. No, you don't.
Well, the
you're
trick is so
you're
what I
just
would so I just run till I get tired, and then once you get tired, it's the same way out. So it's like this is gonna suck, but I know how far I came in, so it's not like there's no true halfway point until you're just like this is the halfway point for me. Like whether it's 4 miles, 6 miles, 10 miles, you hit that point, you're like, all right, time to turn around and start running back out. I came in this way. I know how I'm going out, and it's a lot nicer because you'll start to see like landmarks that you saw on the way in. So you're like, oh, I know this spot. Like I know I only got this much left. I can definitely do it. But
It'll be a badass run. It's 206, the full length of it.
Oh,
We've
Starting
playing,
at Hamilton.
how big is that one?
yeah.
206?
Yeah. How many miles is that?
We'd be playing Frogger the whole time, dude.
yeah,
Someone would keep
going through traffic circles, man.
Because where,
Traffic
where does
circle.
that actually end? Is that?
Oh, with Delaware Water
Robinson?
Gap.
Oh, it curves. Oh, yeah, that's farther than I
Yeah,
am.
dude.
Okay.
It takes 3 hours by car. Yeah.
Steve's trying to kill us, bro.
Yeah.
He wants more. He wants more, baby. That's state trooper land too.
Yeah, there you go.
130 miles.
Yeah,
not
Oh
bad.
my God. You could do it.
It
Yeah.
would be fun having the cops shut down like all the traffic
Yeah,
circles,
imagine that.
just fucking everybody's
said they like to
traffic
shut
up
it
for the
down.
day.
It'd be badass, dude.
Yeah, that would
Would be
be cool.
We could stop at Steak 38 on like the quarter way.
Stock
point.
and Piccalilli.
Stop
Yeah,
and
right?
Pick,
You got
yeah.
a lot of good food. I was just
Yeah,
talking to
dude.
someone like that stretch of 206 is amazing for
Great food.
That
Village Pub.
the Kingfish. Have you been there?
You've
the
been talking
barbecue
about that
place?
forever.
I've
I've
heard-
never been there.
Dude, I've heard great
dude,
things.
The ribs are like, they're
Oh,
so
man.
good.
I love barbecue so much, dude. I gotta go there.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
yeah, that is a good stretch. They got like what is it, one more right there
Yeah,
on the
Willow
right
Bar
hand.
and
That
Grill.
place is
But
good
it's-
too.
Yeah. It's a good spot. But yeah, dude, it gets gnarly up in like North Jersey too. That 206.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been past like the Trenton area.
It's
there.
flat a long ways, but I think it starts to get a little.
Yeah, up near Flemington it does. My brother lives up in Flemington and like Hillsboro, and up around there where 206 is, it gets a little shitty. That
Yeah.
wouldn't be
Hilly?
fun. Yeah, it's on like mile 110. It starts to suck.
Well, at that point, it's like
You're already here.
I got 20
Maybe
miles left.
we probably hit a tailwind on that one.
Yeah.
That'd be a multiple day kind of thing. Like we'd have,
Yeah. That would-
stand somewhere.
Yeah.
Or rucking.
How
No.
hard would that be? To do,
I couldn't run the next. If I did,
to do
I couldn't-
65 and 65.
I couldn't do 51 miles the next day after this race. No way.
So you'd have to do it all in one day.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have
would-
to train.
That's a different training.
Yeah,
That wouldn't
dude.
even be sleeping, really. That would be, you're taking rest in between. You wouldn't go into a deep sleep, I don't think.
No.
I think that'd be more like, hey, you're running. You got tonight, take like a 15, 20-minute sleep, get up and go. And
It'd be
just
cool to
keep
start
running.
at midnight.
That would be sick, too.
Start at the Silver
Yeah.
Coin Diner.
Because your body's more alert, you're kind of
I'm
more.
doing, dude. I'm
adrenaline.
like,
You can't even start at the Silver
I'm
Coin
the run
Diner. They
guru.
close at 10 now.
nah,
They close at 10, bro.
starting a parking lot.
Dude, I was talking to my dad the other day. I was like, he was actually saying, he was like, if you close at 10, if you are not open until at least 3 o'clock in the morning,
Not a
you
diner.
take diner
Yeah.
off of
Yeah,
your name.
Doesn't count.
But dude, all of them are closed now.
They're not diners.
Yeah, none of the
Doesn't count
diners are
anymore.
Is that
open
because of
anymore.
Wawa?
I think so. I think it's because COVID. Like,
Nah,
Yeah.
they were.
No, I think. Yeah.
I feel like
Is
it
the
had
one
enough
the one in
fat.
Acco was I think still open late or Berlin. I
The
think it's the
Berlin
Berlin
Diner?
Diner.
Berlin
Yeah.
Diner.
Berlin Diner's open late?
Yeah, that
I
one.
don't know if
Oh,
they
that'd
still
be
are. They
nice,
used to
dude.
be.
They were up until not that long ago. Open I think 24 hours.
That'd be nice. Go get pancakes 3 in the morning
It's just like
on a
that.
run, wolfing down a tall stack of pancakes.
There you go.
You calling them in on the way, or are you waiting there for them?
I'll wait. I'll sit down. I'll have some pancakes.
Yeah,
I'll
that could be
die
your
in
that could be
the-
your stopping points. Is all the
Yeah.
diners on 206.
Yeah, dude. I'll wolf
Silver
down
coin
pancakes with
to-
syrup, die on the trail with some fucking dignity, bro. Yeah, dude. Just fucking. Cam's gonna be like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna be like, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
All right, guys. So usually we do a dumb thing of the week, but since you guys had a 51-mile run, I think it's appropriate to ask what was the dumb thing of the run?
For me, the dumb thing of the run was my misquote in the Gazette. I don't know what I said. or how it got I flat out said, 2 friends, one's gonna run it, and a firefighter is gonna pick up the second half in full gear and run it. So now Cam looks like the biggest bitch for not running in full gear.
They ran with it too. They
And
didn't
he did
question
the whole
it.
thing. thing. And he
Yeah.
did the whole thing, man.
And the
Zach
helmet
called
and
me a pussy.
everything.
I felt like such an idiot when I read that. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
man.
dude. I was saying that to Meg. I was like, dude, I feel like a pussy now. Like, that's why I texted you. I was like, should I bring my turnout code or something and just like run the last 10 with my turnout code
Oh,
on?
man. I felt so stupid. I read that. I was like, oh my
Wait, how did that happen?
I was doing an interview. I don't even know if I said it. I don't remember.
We're on the
it.
phone or in
Yeah,
person?
on the phone. It was recorded. But man, I was like, talking about the wrong, talking about these guys doing it with me.
You said he was going to run in full firefighter gear?
I don't think I did, but
There's no way they could have possibly thought he was going to run.
I think they put that shit in there to make it sound
spicy.
like, you know.
I'm sorry, but there's no way. Like, to not
I might
even
have been
question
me,
that.
man. Knowing me just rattling shit off, I probably did.
Yeah, but
say
how do
it.
you not question that as a reporter?
Yeah.
Like, wait, like with the helmet, like with an axe, like what the fuck, with the boots and shit,
Yeah, with
like
a big
what-
axe running out, Michael Myers.
yeah, with a hose, just fucking hauling
Yeah, high
ass.
rise pack,
Yeah,
pike
right.
pole,
Dude,
Oh,
full night.
nothing would have made me happier than to see Cam run the last 10
Right.
miles with an axe on his back, like
I
fucking,
would have done it, man. I'm like bummed out.
like a
Yeah.
psychotic murderer, just running.
The energy you had, you would have done it, man.
Yeah.
Cam just
Oh.
running 10 miles with an axe on his back, like the Terminator.
Yeah.
That's my
Hamilton.
favorite. That's my favorite dumb thing of the week.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Hamilton
all
firefighter
time.
shot dead in Cape May after running with an axe.
Oh man.
Yeah, that probably is it. Because I was trying to say your name. I remember, and I was like, Cameron, did you and I was like, I can't say it. So I thought they were gonna butcher it.
DiGiovannangelo.
Yes.
Bam.
Bam, this guy's good.
Damn.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
All right. On that, thank you guys again. You guys are awesome. Keep running. Keep doing awesome shit. We'll talk soon.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Love
thanks
it.
for having
Saturday.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Go Phils. Peace.